Hi, I'm Kelly Craig. Today, we're talking about your financial institutions, specifically banks versus credit unions. We wanted to know why you chose one over the other. Here's what you had to say.
I think the credit union may just have a few more options for their customers.
I don't know much about credit unions, really. I go to a bank. I know they're protected, most of them protected by FDIC, which was what you want. I would assume that credit unions are too.
Joining me now is George Joseph. He's the president and CEO of the Dade County Federal Credit Union. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad you're here because I'll be honest, I don't know the difference between a bank versus a credit union. What differentiates the two?
The biggest thing that differentiates the two is the shares, basically the shareholders. With a bank, the shares are traded on the stock market. You can buy, purchase shares, and it also gives a certain amount of stress to the board of directors and the employees because there's a certain amount of profit that has to be made for the individual shareholders. With a credit union, there are no such shares. The shares are owned by the individual members. Their cash that they've deposited at the credit union is the actual shares. So there's nothing that's traded on the stock market. So what it basically boils down to is because we don't have that type of stress, we can give better rates on deposits and better rates on loans.
Well, that all sounds well and good, but I guess some might question whether or not the money is insured like it would be at a major federal or a major bank.
And it absolutely is. It's insured $250,000 per account, just as it is with a bank, the exact same type of insurance. It's just that the FDIC governs banks, whereas the NCUA, which is also a government body, regulates credit unions.
So if I'm a consumer shopping around, say, for a home mortgage, why would I choose a federal credit union over, say, a regular bank?
For a number of reasons. First of all, I think the service at a credit union is overall a little more exceptional, in my opinion. However, what it really boils down to for most people is the rate. And again, as I've mentioned before, because we don't have this overwhelming pressure to generate a certain amount of profit on an annual basis, we can in turn provide a loan at a lot less rate or at a better price, so to speak, than a bank could.
And am I also right in guessing that you know your customers a little bit more intimately
Absolutely.
than you say would at a larger institution?
Of course, absolutely.
Okay. Will you give me a lollipop if I come in next time?
I'll give you a good rate.
All right, that's what I like to hear. My thanks to George Joseph from the Dade County Federal Credit Union. And remember to tune in next Thursday to stay financially fit.
Get Financially Fit on NBC6 is sponsored by Dade Federal Credit Union.